Hey everybody, the Rookie here, and welcome back to Baldurs Gate Enhanced Edition. We're just going to unpause the game. We're going to continue to make our way to the Friendly Arm Inn to meet up with Khalid and Jahira.
A simple task. Of course, yeah.
Should be just up these stairs.
Friend.
What do we got here? Yeah, we're here to meet some friends. I don't see any reason to lie to them, so... yeah, that's our name.
Ooh, now I want...
There we go.
I've done had enough.
Time for a bit of the rough and
My
tumble.
blade will cut you down to size.
Oh, that was interesting.
Where to now?
Making friends wherever we go.
Of course, yeah.
Ooh, 58 gold, a couple of scrolls, which is always nice. And we got an actual scroll. We're going to go ahead and read this, see what it is. Well, let's go Ryan scroll. That's the wrong one. There's the one we want. So it looks like we got a bounty out on our heads. Only 200 coins though. That's a little bit of a shot to the pride there. It should be a little bit more than that, I would think. Or more important than that.
Yes, done.
All right, we'll move on up.
Of course, yeah.
Gather our party again.
Done.
Head on into the inn.
Hey, friend. Good to meet a fine sod such
Well,
as
what do we got here now?
yourself.
This guy, the road to Baldur's Gate seems like it's closed due to bandit activity.
What now? A simple task.
Get some names. We are looking for Khalid and Jahira.
Of course.
This is Dorn. See what he wants.
It's about time. Bring me another flagon of ale. Then why do you bother me? Be gone.
Well, there you go.
Of course, yeah.
There we go. Khalid's in the corner over here.
Where to now? A simple task.
Go ahead and talk to him.
Of course. Yeah.
Calm yourself, dear. We must proceed carefully.
So just chit-chatting with him over here. So there we go. They want to join my party and help me along, which I want, because they're probably going to be a main part of my party throughout this entire playthrough. I like these two for good characters. If you're going a little bit evil, they tend to disagree with you, and then they'll eventually leave anyway. But since we're a paladin, we're kind of stuck on the good path, so we'll go ahead and take them. There we go.
Yes. Of course, yeah.
And we're going to alter our party formation here. I want Khalid in the front with me, and then Jahira and Emowyn in the back.
A simple task. Done and done.
Kind of like that. Good enough.
A simple task.
It's been dreadful slow business lately.
See what he has for sale. Keep the belt. We'll sell a dagger, Morning Star. Ooh, leather armor, longsword. Short bow. We'll keep the spells. We can probably... I think Jaheira is a cleric or a priest. I can't remember what one. And that's all they have. So we'll go ahead and take a look at our new party members. So they don't have the best gear, but they got some decent stuff anyway. Jaheira probably could use a little bit heavier armor. Or I could also throw her a ranged weapon and keep her in the back with Emowyn. That actually might be a good idea, but for now I'll leave it the way it is. Oh yes, spells, and we also need somebody to identify. And I'm just going to drop these 2 staves because they weren't worth anything. We couldn't sell them, so... nope, she can't cast those. I thought they were priest spells. They might be mage spells. Oh, they are. They're conjuration and summoning. Okay. Didn't help. Maybe Jaheira can do it. I'm just doing... seeing if anybody here can identify this belt, but I think I'm going to have to pay for it. Don't think this guy did it.
Is open to all who behave
Nope.
themselves.
Okay, we'll have to go up. There's a temple outside we can go to identify some stuff for us.
I need some air.
Just kind of see where we're going next. So we're going to have to, looks like, head south toward Nashkel. Oops, wrong button.
What you want?
Where to now? A simple
You
task.
must gather your party before venturing
Yes. Emowyn's late.
A simple task.
So the temple's just down here.
A simple
Go ahead and
task.
run down, and we'll get that belt identified, see if it's any good for us.
Well, of course.
If it is, we'll equip it. If not, we'll just sell it for whatever it's worth.
Well, of course. Yeah.
You are
A simple
welcome
task.
here in Garl Glittergold's sight.
So we want to identify the belts. Cost us 100 gold, so about half of our gold, but it's worth it, I think. So it does cold resistance, but makes us vulnerable to fire. So not bad, depending on what kind of enemies we're fighting.
Yes.
I'll probably leave it off for the time being, just because I'm not sure what kind of enemies we'll be facing right now.
Well, of course. Yeah. Done. A simple task. Well, of course. Yeah. A simple task.
Gotta move our party along. Double check. So yeah, Jaheira and Khalid would like to go to Nashkel as well, so that's good. We'll advance both those quest lines.
Where to now? Well, of course. Yeah.
Said south. So gotta go back through this area. Still haven't come back to explore this area. I'll do that a little bit later.
Yeah.
Although a little wander wouldn't be bad. Maybe I can get ourselves into a fight here.
A simple task. Done and done. A simple task. Done and done. A simple task. Well, of course. Yeah. Done and done. A simple task.
Move on
Done
through.
and done. Done and done. A simple task. Well, of course. Yeah. A simple
Yeah,
task.
maybe there is nothing around here. Yeah, we're almost to the map edge.
Done. Well, of course.
Oh, there we go.
My blade will cut you down to size.
Bit more hurt than.
Wow. He almost killed Talo.
A simple
Got a good
task.
crack in on me.
What now? Done.
Knocked me down to
done.
2 health. That hurt a
A
lot.
simple task.
Ouch.
Done and done. Well, of course, yeah. Well, of course, yeah. Well, of course, yeah. Well, of course, yeah. A simple task. Done and done. Done and done.
Yeah, we just keep moving
Done
south.
and done. A simple task.
Should take us to Bergenhost, I think it is. Burgost.
What do you need?
We'll ask him for an affordable inn. We're not rich yet, so we want to keep things on a budget. So the Red Sheaf. Alright. We don't need a smithy yet. We can't afford anything. We got just like 150 gold or something, so we won't go there yet. That'll be all we need.
Where to now? Done and done. Done and done. Well, of course, yeah. A simple task. Of course, yeah.
I think I can sneak
Of
through here. Yes, I
course,
can.
yeah.
Perfect.
Done and done. Of course, yeah. Done and done. Done and done. A simple task. A simple task. Of course, yeah. A simple task.
Just
Of
making our way
course,
through town. We don't have the
course,
money, and
yeah.
I think we're just looking for an inn.
A simple task.
Kind of rest up, and then we'll
A
be on our
simple
way again.
task. Done and done. A simple task. Done and done. Of course, yeah. A simple task.
Didn't really pay attention to the guy's directions when he
Of
directed
course,
us.
yeah.
Told us where the
Simple
affordable
task.
inn was.
Of course, yeah. Done and done. Done and done. Of course, yeah.
We'll just continue south.
Done and done.
We'll camp on the road if we have to, I suppose. I believe we used all of
Yes.
our healing spells. Yeah, Talos out of them. And
Nature's servant
Jahira
awaits.
is probably out of them too. Speaking of that, we're going to go ahead and... So she's got 2 healing and entangle. Yeah, we'll leave it for now. That'll be okay.
What now? Done and done. A simple task.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and see if we can't rest here a little bit. Hopefully we don't get attacked.
Of course, yeah. Done and done. Of course, yeah. Done and done. Done.
So we're trying to make our way through this area to the south
A
to
simple task.
Nashkel. Whoa, what do we got here? Augrelon? Augrillion, however you pronounce that. We'll go ahead and charge in.
Cut you down to size.
1 down,
Blade will cut you down to size.
2 down. I think I'm going to turn off party AI. There's really no need to heal me there.
Of course, yeah. A simple task.
We got another scroll. We'll see what it says. So a note to somebody. I'm assuming it has something to do with this body down
a
here.
Simple task. Yes. Of course, yeah.
So I think this button down here is party AI. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and turn that off.
A simple task. Done.
Just for the
and
time being.
Done. Of course, yeah.
Don't need him casting every spell we have after little engagements such as that.
Done and done. Done and done.
What do we got here? Flaming Fist Mercenary.
I serve the flaming
simple task.
fist.
See what they want. So he thinks we're bandits here, so I'm just kind of gauging my response here. So yeah, we'll use this one, kind of a little bit of a logic here. Or number 4. Well, we'll use number 3. Just tell him that, you know, if we were bandits, we wouldn't be walking around in the open.
What now? Done and done. Of course, yeah. A simple task. A simple task. Of course, yeah.
My blade will
For a
cut
bit
you
of a
down to
rough and
size.
tumble.
My blade will cut you down to size.
Boom! Dead.
A simple task. A simple task. Of course.
Getting a little bit of loot here. So yeah, again, this one, I'll come back off camera in between episodes and kind of do a full explore. I'll try and keep things moving as fast as possible while I'm doing the recording.
Done and
Looks like we've got one more area to clear through before we make it to Nashkel.
Yeah. Done and done.
Just gonna do a quick save here. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Of course, yeah. Of course, yeah. A simple
I'm gonna
task.
stick to the roads for now.
Done and done.
Spare no one!
Not some orcs. Oh, hobgoblins,
My
not
blade
orcs.
will cut you down to size.
One down.
My heart's really not in this.
There's 2 down.
My blade will
For a
cut you
bit of
down
a
to
rough and
size.
tumble.
Forward march!
My blade will cut you down to size.
Spare no one!
My
get the
blade
archers
will
now.
cut you down to size.
A simple task.
Oh, we got a little bit of loot here. Should be worth some money. Good, I'll give Shahira
For the group.
these bows. Oh, she can't use them, it doesn't look like. Darn.
As good as done. For the group.
She'll pack some stuff for us, though. I think Talo's getting pretty weighed down for the time being.
For the group. For the group.
Yeah, she's
For
full,
the
so
Done and done.
grab Talo and fill him up.
And done. Of course, yeah.
Should help us out in the money department. He's full now, so
task.
Kali, it's your turn.
None are better.
Alright.
Yes. Done and done. Done and done. A simple task.
You have need of me?
What? Of course.
Talo can't
simple
really
task.
carry anything.
Do my best.
Forgot about that. There we go.
Where to now? Of course, yeah.
I'm just going to double check this, but it doesn't look like she can equip a bow. Okay. Maybe a crossbow. We'll try
Yes.
that later on.
Done and done. Done and
Keep on moving
done.
south.
Done and done. A simple task. A simple task. A simple task.
Going to have to turn that
simple
voice off,
task.
too. That's getting a little annoying every time I
Of
click the
course,
button.
yeah. A simple
What happens when you
task.
make your character a dummy?
Done and done. A simple task.
And give him the dummy voice.
A
It gets
simple
really annoying
task.
after a while.
A simple task.
Move 'em on down.
Done and done.
Don't touch me! I might catch something.
Who do we got here? Lord Foreshadow. Looks like he's from Waterdeep. Not sure what the point of that conversation was, but get out of here. You bother me.
A simple task.
Alright, so we made it to Nashkel.
With your hurried flight from Candlekeep barely behind you, the troubles facing the Sword Coast seem an unfamiliar blur to your fractured nerves. Gorion would not have you sit idle, however, and perhaps investigating local concerns will shed some light on your own predicament. How the iron shortage or the trouble in the Nashkel mines could possibly be linked to you, you have no idea.
A A simple task. Done and done.
Alright, move on into
Done
Nashkel.
and done.
Stand away, citizen!
So just chit-chatting with this guy. He's just kind of getting information on what's going on around the town here. Alright.
Of course, yeah.
I will show you justice.
Done and done. Of course, yeah.
What do we got here?
I will show you justice.
We're going to go to the Nashkel store. We're going to sell some of the stuff we've
A simple task.
collected. It won't be worth a lot, but it'll be worth a little bit anyway.
A simple task.
Welcome to my humble
Yeah.
establishment.
See what he's got for sale. Sell the necklace, Morning Star, just kind of all the junk we have. Keep the spell just in case we find somebody who can eventually use it. And he can identify these two things for us as well. So we got the Girdle of Femininity. Ooh, that sounds bad. Oh, there you go. It'll change the gender of your character if you put it on. And this one's, the other one is the Elves Bane. It gives you armor class +3 versus missiles and piercing. That'll be nice for one of my, either Talo or Khalid for my front line guys. When they fight archers, just reduce some of the damage. The Girdle of Masculinity and Femininity we're just going to sell. And we'll just continue to sell all the garbage. Just like that. Alright. Can she use a crossbow? She can use darts, a sling. No crossbows. I think I'll get her a spear for now. Just so she does a little more damage. She's just using a quarterstaff at the moment. Then maybe a sling. Where are the bullets? There we are. Perfect. I'm just going to go ahead and equip this really quick. She will get that. We'll drop her quarterstaff. What is this one? Belt of Antidote? No. I'm going to go ahead and give this one belt to Talo here. So the missile damage one. I should probably buy some more arrows and stuff for all of my guys.
With the iron shortage and all.
Where are the arrows? There they are. So there we go. That should do for the time being. Who bought those? Put them on the wrong person by mistake. What is this? Potion of invisibility. We'll keep it. You never know when it might come in handy. Alright, off we go.
Of course. Yeah.
So, we just got a journal update. Apparently that merchant is looking for wolf pelts. So we have to keep that in mind if we come across some wolves later on.
It may be a touch unladylike, but I'm gonna slit your throat, I am.
Well, that sounds, nice. See if she'll tell us anything about why she's attacking us here. So it has to do with the bounty on her head again.
Time for a bit of a rough and tumble.
That didn't go so well for her. Go ahead and check this, see if the price on our heads went up any at all. Oh, there we go. Now we're worth more. So we went from 200 up to 680. I like it. It's more of the respect we deserve. Nope, I don't think I have anybody who's really good at identifying things. So next time we find a store, we'll go ahead and get somebody to identify that and see if it's any good.
Never had rats. No sorry.
There we go. So we're going to spend the night here, and I'm also going to cut the episode. It's been going on for long enough. So thank you, everybody, for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next one.